Coming to you live from Studio B at KOPN. It is the Sticky's Cabana podcast.
How we doing, folks? It's Sticky here with Sticky's Cabana for episode 8. And off to my left here, I'd like to introduce...
You're right.
Hi, everybody.
Take two.
Hey, everybody. It is I, your furry pal Topher.
Across the table from me here.
I'm Ryan Shiner. I'm a solo acoustic rock artist here in Columbia.
There we go. And
Kim.
We have Kim back.
Kim.
Hi.
It's our
I
friend
still feel the
Kim.
need to brush you.
Yeah. Welcome to our podcast here, Ryan. This is what, third time?
Yeah, round 3.
Round 3. Well, you know, they always say third time's a charm. Get ready. We've evolved a little, and, you know, it's gotten interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Actually in a real recording broadcasting studio.
Yeah.
Here in Studio B at KOPN.
Yeah.
Columbia. Jefferson City. Fulton.
Yeah, there you
Exactly.
I was a producer here for like 6 months or something like that, like in 2018-ish. And so they used to have a thing on the side where it was you're supposed to read off like one of the areas that you're from, you're broadcasting from, or one of the broadcast areas. So I would just, that was that, and you're listening to KOPN, Columbia, Jefferson City, Fulton. Or they had like a list of like 20 cities that you list from. It's like, nobody from Holt Summit's listening to this.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely makes sense. So
Well, now we're on the interwebs, so you're worldwide. So
Yeah.
you've got a
worldwide now.
big list to choose from.
Hello, Berlin. Oh, yeah.
Amsterdam?
I've been there.
Oh, that
Been
would
there.
be
That was a
fun.
fun time.
That's how you got your nickname.
That's how the nickname Sticky came about. That is right. So you're a singer-songwriter out here out of Columbia.
Yeah, I'm originally from the Chicagoland area. I moved down here first for school, and then I started working down here. I graduated from Mizzou in 2014.
You got stuck. Is what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have a better one. So I kind of boomeranged for about a year or so. I was working in downtown Chicago, and then I got a job in my field. So as soon as I get out, they pull me back in.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
Missouri has a habit of that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
I tried to move to Michigan. It lasted 3 months, and me and my partner were back. That was years and years ago.
Didn't like Michigan?
No, and just not the support we had back here. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
That was the same thing when I moved to Omaha back in '99.
I've been all over, but more in my adult life, it's Missouri. I moved here to Columbia in '98 when I got out of the service,
Okay.
and I've been stuck.
Well, if you try leaving now, we'll just have to kidnap your ass back here, and you think we won't.
I get the bag over my head and the whole
You
treatment.
get the
I mean,
full
come on.
VIP treatment, sir.
As long as I get the whole VIP treatment, I might do this for fun. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll eat a bunch of laxatives so that way whenever you guys come get me, it'll be shits and giggles all over again.
Is that a limousine? No, it's a white van.
Do you have candy?
It's all shits and giggles till somebody giggles and shits.
So what's the music scene like here in Columbia, Ryan?
My music scene, or
Yeah.
just the music scene in general?
Music scene that you're seeing.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah? Yeah?
It's people are just trying to hang in there,
Yeah.
find places to play. It's kind of been really hard. It's been much harder this year compared to last year to book for whatever reason.
I've heard that from several.
And last year was easier than the year before.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't.
Well, we've heard that from several, too, about that this year seems to be harder. You have locations here in Columbia that you pretty much...
Well, I had until you guys got shut down. Even though you guys technically were county.
Yeah.
I actually haven't played in Columbia city limits since 2022.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all of last year, I played at like Cooper's Landing, but that's county.
Yeah.
I played, Rocheport,
Yeah.
Centralia. The one gig before you guys had to move to Higbee.
Yep.
Then also Higbee.
Yeah. Yeah.
I played in Pettis County, Sedalia,
Yeah.
a couple of times, but
There's not much going on anymore. I don't understand.
well, it's really Columbia's like really confusing. There's some places I know, like we've talked about this before. There's like one or two places that were trying to do the pay to play deal, but one of those places isn't booking shows now, which I say good.
Yeah.
So if you're doing pay to play, you might as well just not book a show, in my
Yeah.
opinion. But
Yeah.
some of these other places, they're you guys ever see the Blues Brothers?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a
One
number
my
of
favorite
places
shows.
that I've like talked with, and they're like, oh well, I just don't think that that style of music fits in with us. I was like, what? The two most popular genres are rock and rap, and you're gonna in a town of like over 100,000 people, where a lot of people listen to rock, rap, and etc. All kinds of music. You're just gonna stick to country and western.
Yeah, they got both kinds.
They got
Yeah.
both kinds. Yeah.
Anyway, it's really confusing is the way I'm gonna describe that.
And I've noticed that you're not the first artist that we've talked to that said that booking here in Columbia is almost impossible anymore.
Yeah. Nowadays, let's see, I have a gig in Centralia over the summer at their what do you call it? Their farmers market. I guess I didn't write it down myself. Oh no, I see it. It's on June 8th. And the good thing about them is that they actually pay versus the Columbia's farmer market. I don't know if you saw, there was a big spat with them over the summer last year because somebody had played a show. It was an older gentleman, so they don't pay Columbia Farmers Market, and they're also one of those places that I usually don't name drop like when I'm like spilling tea like this, but it's very public, so I can just go ahead and name them. So they don't pay for 4-hour sets. They want you to fill, and also they want you to do the country and western thing. Where I was just like, yeah, I play rock music, like Foo Fighters, Weezer, or whatever. It's like, oh, that's just too intense for us. Like, what the? Okay.
Intense?
Anyway.
It's intense. I remember when this went on with
Yeah, and so there was, I can't remember the name of the musician, but he was very good friends with one of my friends, Amy McGovern, and she used to play the cabana.
Yeah.
She played probably like 2 or 3 times there. And this, I guess, whoever played there, he played for 4 hours, very hot day, and then the next night he passed away.
Yeah.
And so I'm not one to say correlation equals causation or whatever, but she was very adamant that this was just too long, too hot for this person, this older gentleman.
Right.
So she kind of organized like a loose boycott of the place for musicians. I was like, well, I mean, they don't want me anyway, but hell, I'll join in.
Yeah, they, I think what farmer's market pays in fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm playing a gig at Centralia Farmers Market. It's 2 hours. That's paid.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
And they're interested in all kinds of stuff. So.
Is that with the same lady that runs?
She recommended all the artists. Okay. So there was a second Saturday that was going on in Centralia. At their what do you call it? Like their furniture store.
Railroad.
Yeah, Reclaim
place. Yeah.
Yeah, and they decided to go into a new direction. I guess they had a chance to book a lot of like bands from like the early '90s or something like that. So they took it and they're doing a new thing with it. But they're still going to have like the Pumpkin Fest is going to be how it always is. They're going to have, and I guess this nice lady Amber recommended all the artists who were playing there to this farmer's market because they were looking for entertainment. So.
You see that Amber also bought a coffee house?
Yeah, I played there a few
Did
times.
You? Okay.
It's kind of interesting. It was kind of interesting playing there because it's a very small room, and I'm fucking loud, right? Especially when I play. So they had this PA system there, and there was only like a couple of high school kids getting coffee, or some older people were coming in and out or whatever, and they had like little kids. So I was like, I would just blow this place out of the water. So I'm not even gonna try to do this. So I was sitting there, I'm doing my thing. I'm playing, Foo Fighters, Green Day. None of that requires that, but. It was kind of interesting seeing, because the kids in the corner are like, okay, whatever. And this, one old lady was just so, offended. So the next time I played there...
Got the mean face emoji out.
Yeah, I think I played there 3 times so far. So the second time I played there, I noticed, the same gal was there with other people. So I did impromptu instrumental up until the last 5 minutes of my set or 10 minutes of my set or something, and I was playing with this guy Howard, and he's like,
Howard.
He goes, how does your hand not give out? I go, what do you mean? He goes, you play so many bar chords. I'm like, that's what I'm used to. That's how you can get these come up with melodies. You play the chords and you try to pick through and whatever. And he's like, And so they seemed to really like that when they did it. But I was like, I don't know how many times I want to go through and do like the same thing with that, because that's really hard to recreate. I'm not a jazz guitarist, you know. And then I think the other time I just did a regular set, and same people liked it. It was really funny because after those people left, I was heading out to a gig at the New Cabana at Skull Splitter, and Howard was getting ready to set up, and so the people who would have liked him got mad and left because I was playing Weezer or whatever. But
It's crazy.
Yeah. Then,
at the Cabana, you got to stick around because you never know what's going to come up next.
Right, but then he was setting up, and so there's some high school kids getting ready to like get coffee or whatever. It's like, what do you guys like? They said anything but country.
Oh no!
And he was country.
That's Howard.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
I can see Howard just packing it up and walking out at that point.
Yeah, they already paid us, so
Yeah.
once we got there, so it wasn't a huge deal, but still.
I say, put your earplugs in, kids. This is about to get wild.
I just thought it was really funny because they came in like after I got done playing and right before him. I was like, oh man, we had like the wrong crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you play like Weezer?
Yeah, so I have originals and covers. So
Okay.
I usually play about when I have like my longer sets like that, I usually play about like 30 minutes of originals. Where I have my CD that's been out for a couple of years now. I just gave you guys a shout out in it, obviously.
Yeah, I saw that.
In the liner notes, if you can call it liner notes.
Yeah.
On
The back cover.
The first cut. The
Insert. Right there when you open up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, an insert means like you have a piece of paper to put it. But I was like, that costs too much money.
Yes.
So I just put it like right on the thing.
There you go.
Let's see, I have a couple other songs in the can, but I haven't decided how I want to release those yet. If I want to write more and do another CD, I think I'm kind of more leaning towards doing a couple of singles, because I've had like one or two songs I've been playing out for about a year or so, and it seems to have been going pretty well with live audiences.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to determine how and when I want to record, do all that. Let's see, other stuff I play. So I play a lot of covers, obviously, because if I play 2 to 3 hours.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, I play the SpongeBob thing. I play Ripped Pants.
Yes.
I thought I had everybody by my side, but I went and blew it, all sky high. And now she wouldn't stare a passing glance. And it's all because I ripped my pants. The big Larry came but just to turn him down. SpongeBob got turned into a clown. And no girl ever wants to dance with a fool who goes and rips his pants. I know I shouldn't hope, I know I shouldn't curse, but the pain feels so much worse. 'Cause having no one is a lot less fun than a bed from the sun. Now learn the lesson now and to forget. Listen till you won't regret. Be true to yourself, don't miss your chance. Be like the fool who ripped his pants.
I ripped my pants.
Yeah, what was it? Who was that benefit for?
Sadie Malone.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one that you did that for. Yeah. We were pretty fortunate in that one. I think we had, 13 or 14 different musicians?
Something like that, yeah.
And so she got to see a show right in her living room, which, that's
Right.
perfect. That's what we were trying to do, and yeah, that was a good time, I'm sure. Yeah, she got a kick, so I found out later on she was actually singing along to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah. She was singing along. She is more of a country fan, but when you popped up with that, she started singing with it. So there you go.
You just got to have stuff
Yeah.
that people like. I mean, even, Corey Taylor from Slipknot, he covers SpongeBob.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
I saw him do it live. It was great. The whole crowd, I saw the acoustic guitar, he was about to do like Snuff or something like that. Went to like a solo show we went to last year, and people were just going, SpongeBob, SpongeBob, SpongeBob.
I could see it. Yeah, for sure. For
yeah,
sure.
I've actually seen a video online of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Are you ready, kids? I can hear you! Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? A torrent in yellow and porous is he. be something you wish. Then drop on the deck and flop like a fish. Ready? SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. You guys are fucking nuts.
No doubt the crowd
Corey
always does
singing
it now when he
SpongeBob.
busts out an acoustic guitar. So
Oh,
They
Lord.
know it's coming. Yeah, you know, or close to it anyway.
yeah, it's one of the times I played that. So last year I got to play a hometown show. I got to play in Crest Hill, Illinois, at the Cheney Club, and a lot of people came out to that. It was a very small room. I think we filled every seat. There was 40 seats available in that room, and I was closing it out because I think I had 2 or 3 hours I had to fill for that set, and so I was just in the corner. And so I played a bunch of the second half of it. I was just playing really dumb shit. I was playing "Drugs Are Good" by NoFX. I played. There's this band called Judah and the Lion, and they're really talented band. But they also have this really dumb song. And they closed it out the last time I saw them with the Blue Note with it. I was like, I'm gonna steal that. I'm gonna play this because it's just. I got a head shaped like a basketball, and I'm going for the rebound. Sports. Balls. Sports. Balls. We love sports. And so it's just that repeated over and over again. So I just did it 3 times and people thought it was funny. And at that gig specifically, because a lot of people hadn't seen me play in over 10 years probably. And I was like, no, this song means a lot to me. I'm going to leave you the crier. And this one's going to... I'm going to have you guys crying, eating out the palm of my hand, and I just played SpongeBob.
That's great.
Oh my god, awesome.
The downer of all downers.
Well, it works good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hey?
It was a good filler for what you had to have, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 hours as a solo artist, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's...
You don't have anyone to sit there and do a drum or guitar solo or
Like, play
anything while
something.
you're
Yeah.
Yeah, I
taking
was
a
trying to
break.
think of, so I hadn't played 3 hours... hadn't booked 3 hours before until last year, because I found out one way to get more gigs is to do these longer sets, and those are still really hard to book in this area.
Yeah.
But there's places that want that.
Yeah.
And so I timed it out horribly the first time I did it because I did it at Cooper's Landing, and so I played through 2 hours. And I was like, oh man.
What can
I guess I'm replaying the first hour because I timed this out horribly.
Oh, wow.
And so then the next time I did it, I had the breaks timed out correctly, and I was like, okay, well, this makes more sense. I'm going to follow this model for the next time I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people don't understand how much goes into actually planning a gig, especially if you've got, like you said, that 2-3 hours to fill.
Yeah.
You've got to figure out, I do all the sets for the bomb, and I have the timing for each song, figure out, interacting with the crowd, having guys having to tune guitars, bass, what have you. And there's a lot of work. You don't just get up there and play. There's some forethought to it.
Make music.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what a lot of people think.
Yeah.
But
Right. Oh, you just plug in your thing, you turn and you sing.
hours and hours and hours
I've
of
heard people
rehearsal.
say stuff like that, and it's just
That'll
they're
be
like,
cool.
why can't he just go up there and plug in and be done? I'm like, it doesn't work that way, guys. I mean,
Yeah, there's some people who don't understand rehearsal
Yeah.
and stuff like that. There's some people I forget where I heard this from, but someone's like, how did he mess up the lyrics to his own song? I was like, it happens. I don't know. It's a song just like any other song. Just you happen to write it.
Yeah. And it's a memory thing. My lyric catalog, that songs that we can do, 400 songs in there.
yeah.
So I am not going to remember lyrics to 400 different songs.
Yeah, when I do
What?
those sets, those longer ones, I've been making a habit of having lyrics printed out. Sometimes the chord charts on there, and just so I can have it off the side. And I'll just even say on stage, be like, "Look, 3 hours is a long fucking time."
Yep.
It is.
It is.
I mean, that's even a lot for bands.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Yeah.
bands don't, I mean, let alone a solo artist. You know,
Right.
bands, you've got, if you're trying to do 3 hours, you got 4 or 5 people trying to do the same stuff. I mean, that's not easy. I mean, I've seen a lot of it. I mean, you would think that I would know a lot more than I do, but that stuff's Chinese to me.
You leave
Yeah.
that up to me and Lucas.
Yes, I leave that up to these two over here. You know, I'll book the show. I'll get them together. We'll get answers figured. We'll get stuff figured out. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I just stood around and listen and wait until they point and say, Kim, go do.
Till they plug something in and play, right? Yeah.
Well, speaking of, no, I'll leave that alone.
Yeah, it gets crazy sometimes in here, Ryan. I promise you.
Did you miss us?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
I like that it was easier to drive to this because I live in town. Actually, my old apartment used to be like right there.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
not in these apartments, but a little over ways.
We ready for a little break?
Let's take a little breather.
Yeah. I need to get up and
And
stretch.
now a word from our sponsor. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Christy Lockwood, a licensed real estate agent with Iron Gate Real Estate. If you are looking to sell or purchase a home in the Mid-Missouri area, I would love to assist you in that process. If you want to give me a call, 573-239-4401. I'd be more than happy to meet with you and see how I can assist you.
Yeah.
And we are back with Ryan Shiner.
Here on KOPN, Columbia.
There you go. Here you go. So, Ryan.
I ask one thing.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
asked this a little bit earlier. I may not have called it.
Yeah.
Where am I?
Where are you?
Because all sorts of things are happening in here today.
This place is
Especially
busy.
big booming voices and that. Yeah. Oof.
This place is busy today.
Where am I? What am I?
But yeah.
Level
Why am I
42.
here? What are we doing here?
You know what? Please
What
don't
are we
start
doing?
an existential
No, I don't
crisis
know.
for me
Okay.
today.
Oh, I'm down for a panic attack.
Dude, no, thank you. I'm chill today. You know, can we save
I'm
that for
down
maybe
for a
next
panic.
Tuesday?
Sure, sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll hit you up on Messenger or something for
Okay.
that one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, where were we?
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
don't know, really. It's
I was
better that
engaging
way.
with our guest, okay?
Yes, that's
That was
fine.
so 5 minutes ago.
That's
Like-
fine, yeah.
Whatever.
So what shows have you got coming up?
Yeah.
Okay, so funny we just mentioned like, oh yeah, it's the booking or whatever. So I always intentionally take the winter off because it's usually not even worth trying to book a show in Missouri in the winter. Once the ice is over, people are kind of.
They're done trying
Yeah.
to get out extra and everything.
So let's see. I'm going to on 420. I believe it's Puzzle Pieces Smoke Emporium in Sedalia. They're having a all day 420 fest.
Yeah.
It's being ran by Donnie.
Donnie Chambers.
Yeah, Cunningham.
Cunningham. I know him. Yes, I know who he is.
He runs that Ozark Music Fest. I'm playing that as well later this year. It's kind of cool. Their stage is it's very similar setup to what you guys had, except for it's just like a big what do you call those stock rail car? It's like almost like a rail car truck or whatever they have set up in the back there, and the steps up there is kind of scary walking up there, but then once you're on the stage, everything's fine. But it's
Build some new
like-
stairs.
yeah, it's like the old cabana kind of, like the
wasn't gonna say a
old
word.
one.
The original stage with
The original one that had was a 1/4 inch plywood instead of 3/4 inch.
Yeah.
Don't
trampoline.
get
Yeah.
me started. It took me a lot of wood, a lot of screws, a lot of cussing to revamp that
I
stage.
mean, that stage was so good though. Like once you did your magic on it,
Oh, yeah.
like I remember just walking on it and Sticky goes, "Hey Ryan,
Jump.
bouncing." No, we're good. Okay.
Jump up and down for me and check it out.
Yeah, I was just jumping.
My
Okay.
favorite thing to do on your stage, Topher, the one that you built, was after the show, cleaned up, we're just chilling and talking, just lay back there. I think it usually end up being me, Amelia, and Lucas just kind of laid back.
Hey, it was good back support, you know.
It was, but it was just
It was
good
sturdy.
memories, though. But good memories all around that stage.
So the other places I'm playing that I've booked confirmed so far on Sunday, May 5th, not May the 4th, but the day after, There's Porch Fest in Jefferson City. I think that's
Yep.
on Fairmount Avenue again. I think that usually runs like 11 to 1 or 1 to 3 or something like that. It'll be right here.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Lucas. So June 8th, I'm playing
We'll
the
fix that
Centralia's
in
Farmers
post.
Market from 10:30 to 12:30. I'm playing with you guys at Skull Splitter on June 29th.
Yeah.
I'm playing the Ozark Music Festival in Sedalia. The specific day I'm playing hasn't been determined yet, but it's in between July 19th and the 21st. And then I'm trying to work on some other stuff there's some of them that I think I'm already locked in for, but I can't like say yet just in case. But
That's understandable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah, you got room to still fill up the schedule.
Oh, hell
and
yeah.
a
I mean,
lot
it's
of
only 6
room.
shows.
Yeah, a lot of room. A lot of room.
I usually only play on the weekends, on Saturdays or Sundays.
'Cause of work. Yeah.
I work nights, so kind of deviates into when I can play. I remember when I came back to Columbia and I was like trying to get started again and like playing as like a regular musician in like 2015. My my days off were Wednesday and Sunday, and I worked nights.
Ooh.
Yeah, and so I think it was like a JPS. They had a songwriter showcase on a Wednesday, and so that was the only place I could play. I was like, "Hey, how do I play this thing? It's on Wednesday, right? Yeah,
There you go.
just for you, man." I'm like, "Thanks."
That makes it rough.
Yeah.
That made it rough. I'm sure your schedule's still. But you're off Saturdays, right?
Oh yeah, Saturdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
So almost every show that I play is on a Saturday.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's on a Sunday, like Porch Fest, but usually people want more Saturday entertainment than they want Sunday entertainment. I've noticed in this area. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've tried both.
We found that out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, we've tried both, and Sundays aren't that great for anything. We've tried a few things, taking off work and everything, and then Sundays, and
Yeah.
no.
I remember it was like, hey, why don't we? Because you used one of my suggestions just to experiment.
Yeah.
What if we had a matinee show?
Yeah.
Tried it. Worked okay once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This area up here is just kind of strange with, like you said,
Yeah.
it's hard to find the right days and for stuff.
Yeah. So Saturday. There you go.
Saturday it is. Saturday it is. So you mentioned you had a album out from a couple years ago and stuff like that. Anything new in the works?
I think we kind of hit on that a little bit already.
Yeah.
So I have one song that I haven't determined how or when I want to release. I do want to record it though. It's called "Feels Like a Holiday." It's that kind of more like that pop rock thing that I play at the Cabana. Just it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
It's a day is feels like a good day.
Feels like a good day. So a holiday can mean a few things. Holiday can mean a vacation if you're in Europe, or
Oh, going on holiday.
and so we're going on holiday.
Yes.
Yes. So it can mean a few
Or an
things.
80s Madonna song.
Yeah. You see that look we're getting right now, yeah. And Kim,
Yeah.
There goes the copyright infringement again.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
it's okay. It's
I mean, technically, my songs are copyrighted. Every song's copyrighted.
Yeah, I was gonna
'Cause
say.
As soon as you write it.
Yeah, as soon as you write it, you own the copyright. Boom. That's how it goes. I just don't click the button that says "Screw you, YouTube."
yes.
Yeah.
I use DistroKid to get all that stuff out, and one song that's been randomly doing well. I decided to play around with my phone. I did one of those like lo-fi beats. And recently it was like, "Oh, this is your top track." I'm like, "Why?" It's like, I hate
Which one was it?
It's it's called what is it, From Baseball. It's basically I just like took a piece from like a broadcast that was going on, and then I distorted the hell out of it, and then I played a keyboard on my phone,
Oh wow. Okay.
and I mixed it together on my phone because I wanted to see like how mixing on a phone could go, and for that type of project, it was okay.
Yeah.
I would never want to do it ever again that way. It was because I was just feeling, move over. My finger's going to the right spot. Why would you try it out? And so I was like, what do you mean after we record it? And
Oh wow.
Fun.
And you mentioned From Baseball, so it's strange that there's two of us in the same room right now with that like the same team that are not from Missouri. Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
It's not my fault you guys are wrong.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Nah. Growing up,
I mean, come on, over 100 years before.
And we've still won a World Series more recently than you.
I've never
Not as
played
How's
baseball.
last place
so-
taste?
Yeah.
How's that extension for Ollie Marmol going?
I'm not a sports guy. I'm a music guy. So
And recognize the Negro League. Or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, Lucas, work your magic or something. I don't know.
Oh, I get into so many arguments. So I'm a huge baseball fan.
Yeah.
The Chicago Cubs are my favorite team, and I've been getting into a lot of arguments on Facebook in this one group because I love trolling by saying this because it's really easy. I also think this too. Barry Bonds is the best player ever, and then so people get really mad. It's like. Babe Ruth was this and that. It's like Babe Ruth didn't play against black people. Like Satchel Paige's prime was in the late 1920s, in the early 30s. And, he didn't get to play until Jackie Robinson came over. So it was a good, 15 years after. It's like there's some major talent that could have been throwing it right down to make that fat boy maybe pick up a weight once in a while. Sorry, I'm just I'm quoting Daniel Tosh right now. I'm from Chicago. There's Chicagoland. There's famous stories about him when they play the White Sox. So there's this bar that's across the street called Schuler's Pump.
Yep.
And it's been there forever. It's Southside Irish, whatever. And he would go over there in between innings, eat 4 hot dogs and drink down a beer, and go back.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Woo!
I remember hearing stories of that one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty
Now,
dang
now,
interesting.
with the St. Louis boys, okay. The Cardinals, I have to admit, growing up, I did like the Cardinals some. I had an uncle that played for the Cardinals back in the late 70s, early 80s. He was a pitcher. But I don't know. And then, of course, I lived up in Chicago for a while. I don't know, something about the Cubs. I always like the underdog stories.
Yeah.
Hence the reason I'm, the football team that I like, hasn't been to the Super Bowl in one since '92.
My team hasn't won since '85, since before I was born. So,
and I know which team that is because they had a whole Super Bowl shuffle dance about that. Yeah,
My mom's favorite team.
I remember that one.
you remember McMahon and
Yep.
the
My
ref-
mom's
yeah.
favorite team, no matter what the heck was happening, was always the, formerly Washington Redskins.
That's my favorite team, and they always will be the Redskins. Yeah,
Thank you.
I don't care.
they should rename the team the DC.
DC something. Yeah, DC something.
I
Yeah.
always like that Onion article, before the name changed or whatever, the Onion had an article that was Washington Washington Redskins gets renamed DC Redskins.
Yeah.
Because they were like, if they get renamed, it'll probably just be like something stupid like that.
Yeah.
Like we renamed it, guys. We did it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went to the Washington football team for a while. I was like, "Are you kidding
I
me?"
know.
See, I actually didn't mind football team. I think what they probably should have done, kind of more embraced the regional thing that soccer teams do. DCFC.
There you go.
Okay.
That's fair
And
enough.
have a emblem. They could have played that up, and then they picked the Commanders, which is such a horrible name.
Yeah.
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 I think
you notice it did not come out of my mouth because.
I think the issue that they ran into. So they announced the finalists for it, and I think this is true. We can look this up later. But I believe once they announced the finalists and the number of the teams, somebody went and bought the copyright
Yeah.
to all 20 team names that they came up with. There were 10 team names, and they were just waiting yes, buy this from me. Pay me. Which, this is somebody playing 4D chess.
That's
Right.
yeah.
I was like, man, I wish I would have thought of that.
Okay.
You're not kidding. No.
That was
yeah.
smart and quick.
Smart
Okay.
and quick.
That
So,
probably was not a one-person effort.
You guys had anything you'd like to ask of Mr. Ryan?
I'm still tired from practice last night. So
Anybody you want to shout out on here?
Yeah, I'm going to throw a
definitely.
shout out to, real quick, Eric Cartwright. His project, Zircona, just released a new album. I believe it was 2 or 3 weeks ago. Okay. He like re-released some old songs, re-recorded a bunch of stuff, and it sounds very good. Yeah. I'm gonna throw a shout out to Kevin Avery, who plays at the Cabana. He plays around the area as well. Shout out to Amy. I'm gonna shout out to my fiance Angela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that very much. Congratulations.
Yeah, we're getting married in October, so
you need a
A DJ?
you need a DJ or
I already
venue?
got that picked out. It's gonna be Nick.
Yeah,
Nick
Boggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
He beat me out on another one.
Yeah, you need a preacher, ordained. Yeah,
I don't know. We'll see. I haven't got that far yet.
We've got 3 within the Cabana family.
yeah.
No, 5.
5. You 2?
No, I will be. But
I mean, I know Kelly is.
my little brother, Kelly, Wolf, Sticky,
And Liz.
and Liz.
Damn.
Yeah,
We're
we
a
can get it
religious
done.
bunch, aren't
Yeah,
we?
so who else do I need to shout out? Let's see. Oh, hi, Mom. I got to shout out to my parents.
Should not be an afterthought here.
It's not an afterthought. It's a joke. Tis a joke.
But you always
build
notice.
up.
You always notice though how it's always hi mom. You know, dads get
Nothing.
shit on.
Yeah, I said parents.
They
Plural.
went to get cigarettes and beer and never came back.
Not mine, but
No,
yeah.
no, but mine neither. But still,
Allegedly.
Nor did mine.
Mine did.
yours.
Again, a white boy that is blacker than me. Okay, because the only reason my daddy is not currently married is because he is widowed.
Yeah.
So, damn. Dude, oof. I feel whiter
Tune
and whiter
into
every
tune
day.
into a music podcast. You're gonna hear sports, family drama.
A little of everything, you
Yeah.
know.
Just
Yeah.
throw it into the pot and bring it to a boil.
What's music without some trauma?
Yeah.
There isn't any.
No, truth,
The-
truth, Topher.
I remember I was like talking about like my music, how I try to write and stuff, and a number of my songs are things I wrote like years and years ago, so like they almost feel like covers at this point. But I try to go. It's kind of like what you said. I try to go with something that's like memorable. So if I write lyrics and I can't remember them, it's like, oh well, that's gone.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, on that thought of having done that album so long ago, I played it so much it feels like a cover. At what point do you feel your music, if at all, loses that emotional punch that it once had?
I don't think it does. I mean, let's see. Some of the songs, let's see. At least I hope so. I co-wrote that with my old singer in my old band in 2010. Let's see. What Can I Do? I wrote in 2010. Please Maria, I wrote in 2010. I Thought I Was Done. I wrote in 2015. What other songs are on that album? Because I play stuff that's not on there. Where Are You was in 2010. The Kylo Ren song was like 2018. Let's see. So when does it lose its emotional punch? I mean, it kind of means. I think songs can kind of mean something differently to you over time. I mean, obviously there's a direct reason why you write the song because you're feeling a certain way at a certain time. So let's say when I was playing What Can I Do in 2010, 2011 or whatever, I was probably a little bit more emotionally feeling it at that point, being like, this is my story, this is my this. Then it's it just kind of becomes more.
The thoughts were more towards the front of everything.
Right, versus you can kind of play them. The more you play them, then it's kind of becomes just more songs are kind of more of a part of you then, where it's I used to maybe feel this way, but somebody else can feel this way too about this.
Does it feel like part of your story, like that? Instead of it being that thing in the forefront right there that you're just singing, because those emotions are just so powerful at the moment, that when you later down the road sing it, it's just reminding you of the road that you walked, your journey.
I would say a good way to think of it is maybe do you ever watch reruns of The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Or I think it's kind of like that. It's a replaying of a show or a moment that you had an emotional response to before. Okay. You may not feel the same way about it now, or you're older and mature. You're not as let's see. My music's kind of more indie, emo, pop punk, rock, whatever. So it's like a couple of songs were like, this girl doesn't like me, and I'm just like, whatever, you know, that's how you felt at one point, and you know, you don't really dwell on it now it's just like, oh, that's a pretty cool melody they came up with.
I get you.
You know, it's like Fat Mike from NoFX, like they wrote a song called Linoleum that was supposed to be an inverse of Linoleum, because Linoleum was like their big song that everybody like goes to, but they wrote Linoleum to say maybe it's time to retire it, or maybe you know, it's 30 years of playing the same one, like even though they're still playing it live, but like kind of more like a retrospective of like that song itself and like some of their other songs, and they had like a music video that was like a cut of random people like playing it on the internet, like because a lot of people were emotionally connected to that song, so they decided to showcase those people.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I don't know where else I was going with that, but that was a good question.
I do that a lot. Where was I going? Yeah, you know, it happens.
You
a lot.
derailed your thought, choo-choo.
The choo-choo. Never mind. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that about wraps up everything today, I would assume.
This was great.
Yeah. Be looking for Ryan here at the Cabana June 29th, if I'm not correct.
Yeah, I
off
don't
the
know who
top of
else
my
I'm
head.
playing with, but
Not yet, we don't, but you know, that's I kind of what I did. So this is how
be
this was done.
determined.
I reached out to Ryan and I was like, "Hey, I want to make sure to get you on the books at least one time this year. You know, it's hard to do solo artists at this venue because this venue is more wrapped around towards bands and especially country. You know, up there." I said, "So what we do?" I said, "I want to at least get you on this." I said, "Let's just set down a date. Let's get a date for you." And I said, "You build it. Just figure it. You know, go from there. We got plenty of time on this. You know." And that's what kind of happened. I think that was in December,
yeah,
and I was already into June.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember that.
yeah, you're just like, I need to get, because like just as courtesy, I need to get you in,
Yeah.
but it's not
Yeah.
until Jan. I'm like, that's cool, man.
Yeah, and I was already into June. Now I've got 3 dates left to my name, and it's in October.
Wow.
Yeah, and October, and then I have one in December. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. So it's insane how quick it went. But yeah. So, but anyway, everybody, look for Ryan here June 29th. Come on out to the Cabana. It'd be a good time for sure.
Yeah.
Ryan, appreciate you coming on
And
again.
yeah, I always love getting invited back to this.
The first time was first year.
Yeah.
First year.
Okay.
Second time was for our most
Second year.
What was most in attendance at the Cabana, because even though you weren't playing, you still come out to the shows and stuff,
True,
check stuff
very
out.
true.
Yeah, I was like, I got nothing on Saturday.
He's like, I'll just go out to the Cabana. Let's go for a ride. Yeah. And then this time, of course, now everything's a little bit different, and of course we're in a whole new place and
Yep.
a whole lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
But-
in individual apartments or at the she shed,
Exactly.
or we're actually in a
I
real
remember
studio.
the first time that I did the one at the She Shed. I had, for some reason, I like put my guitar a little too close. I guess.
To the wood stove.
Yeah.
Oh,
to the wood
yeah.
stove.
Oh,
It was on that
yes.
because I was like sitting over.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll just put this next here because I was like, oh, I'll just like pick it up and start playing. But after like a couple of minutes, I picked it up. I'm like, nope.
It got a little warm.
And just put it to the other side.
Yeah.
Cool
Well,
off.
a natural wood fire will do that.
Surprised the strings weren't glowing.
True.
Leave it there much longer, it probably would have.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
That was
Hey
the-
Ryan, what are those lines in your hand?
worry
Well,
about it.
I had my guitar.
Yeah, I like
Next
his
to a
answer, but
wood
Don't worry
stove.
about it.
I think
That was
I just
what we
swore.
always used to say. Me and some of my friends from high school. I was like, "What's this?" And don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about it.
Well, alrighty. Well, I guess if that'll be it. Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, I'm gonna go celebrate
thank you.
my fiance's birthday. Her birthday was last week.
Oh,
but,
there you go.
She was out of town, so
Okay.
we're gonna go to a restaurant.
Well, happy belated birthday
Good.
to her.
Yeah, there we go. Let her know happy birthday from
Yeah.
us.
Will
You
do.
guys have a good,
Yeah.
great night.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time.
I saw you and you saw me. At least I hope so. I think so. I'll tell you nice things that'll make you smile. At least I hope so. I think so. When I sit at home and I think of you, and I wonder if you feel the way I feel about you, there must be something I can do. At least I hope so.
That sucker got a pinch to it.
You know?
Whoa. Oh,
Don't get that on your willy.
you know
Put it on your
what? Ooh. Ooh.
I can tell.
You're lucky.